Hi Taurus, this is your October reading for 2019. Um, you're going to take a look at your general overview for the month. I hope you've had a great September. Although I think the Pisces full moon was quite heavy for most of us, and there's still some purging and releasing going on for the most part. But I am seeing that there is going to be a shift in the month of October, and I think that things are going to get a little bit easier and smoother in the coming months towards the end of this year. So I have pulled out some oracle cards for you just to get an overall theme for the month, what we need to focus on, what may be the guidance for the month as well. And then we'll take a look at the tarot reading. So let's start with your theme for the month of October, which is the Libra season. And Libra being sitting in the 7th house is usually about partnerships and interpersonal connections. And in terms of tarot, it has to do with legalities, contracts, agreements, all of those things, and equal give and take, equality, and things to do with karma as well. Okay, so, and it's also ruled by Venus, which is the goddess of love and beauty and luxuries and all the beautiful things in life. So hopefully this has an impact on our material lives as well, and other than our connections and partnerships. Okay, so let's take a look at the overall theme, what is to come, what is required of you. Okay, so we have, I was just speaking about purging and releasing, and we have clean it up and TikTok. Okay, so what I'm hearing here is that you may be thinking that time is running out and that you have a lot to achieve and you're somehow running against time, like this is some sort of a race. But what I'm being called to say here is that you're not actually running against time. Okay, what you need to do is take some time to create more space in your life for new things to come, and that can be done by getting rid of all old energy, old blockages, old patterns of thinking, any negativity that may be holding you back. And this card has been coming up a lot. Okay, so this doesn't just have to do with your external environment, which is of course important. So if you need some cleaning up to do to create more space in your living environment, that would be a great idea. And that also has a psychological impact on you and how you feel, and your vibration and your frequency. It does impact a lot. So start with that perhaps, and then move on to what's going on internally. What do you think? Are there any cobwebs from the past that you need to clean up? Anything that may be holding you back? Anything that no longer serves you? Anything that doesn't really have much use for you anymore? Get rid of all of that, whether it pertains to your behavior, your habits, your thinking, even maybe some relationships you might have to release and get rid of in order to create more space for new things and new opportunities to come your way. Okay, so these are both boiling down to the number 3, which is about expansion and growth, and that is possible when we create the space for it. So that is what Spirit wants you to focus on. Then we have earth magic and passion. So I feel like you may be raring to go. Okay, you're really passionate about following your goals, following what you're really passionate about. I'm hearing ideals as well. Okay, so maybe you have certain you have like an ideal way of living or an ideal situation in mind, and you're passionately pursuing that and trying to manifest that in your life, which is great. But you do need some grounding as well, okay, to get connected more to Mother Gaia and to be a little more earthy in your approach as well. Because I feel like these two contradictory, you can call them contradictory, but they can work in tandem. These two energies together will help you achieve your goals in a much better way. Okay. And speaking of goals, we have the Angel of Love and Man holding a coin. So clearly this is about everything that I just spoke about initially, about Goddess Venus being concerned with earthly, physical things, beauty, passion, relationships, love, and not just love towards others, but towards yourself as well. So there is a focus on relationships, compatibility, and the achievement of certain material possessions as well, and enjoying those possessions or those accomplishments in the physical 3D plane. Okay, so that is the theme for the month. But in order to reach there, in order to attain these goals of love and relationships and healthy, harmonious relationships, as well as material goals, it's important for you to create the space for it first. Okay. Alright, so it is all about attaining balance, which goes really well with the Libra theme as well. Okay, equal give and take, and equal focus given to two extremes as well. Okay, so try not to get swayed by two extremes here. Alright, let's get into your tarot reading, and we'll see what Spirit has in store for you. First, we'll begin with what you're coming into this month with. Okay, what has been your immediate past energy, so we can understand better what have you been dealing with. Okay, what has been occupying your mind, or what's been your focus for the recent past. Okay, so what are the messages for Taurus for October 2019? Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords, which was hiding behind the Three of Wands. I feel like you were secretly working on something, okay, or waiting for something, strategizing while you were waiting for some sort of news or information to come towards you. This is after the Two of Wands, which is about taking a step forward, entering a new pathway and planting the seeds. Now I feel like they are beginning to sprout, and you are beginning to see on the horizon things materializing for you. Okay, and all this while I feel like you've been putting your head down and working diligently, being vigilant and strategizing at the same time. Okay, this is not necessarily a negative card, even though this usually is read quite negatively. I'm not feeling that here. I feel like you have been I'm hearing tiptoeing as well. So you have been strategizing and maybe testing certain things out to see if they work or not. Okay, but you have been waiting for some news or some information to come towards you to maybe take a decisive action, and this does have something to do most probably with your work and your career. Okay, now let's take a look at the present. what's happening in the present energy for Taurus, October 2019. Taurus, October 2019, present energy, please. Spirit, Taurus 2019, present energy. What are they currently involved with? What are they working on? Present energy. Okay. These are too many cards actually. I'm not going to take them. Let's see. It's the present energy for Taurus 2019. October 2019. Ooh, okay. So you certainly are trying to make a choice here. Okay. Let's see what else. Present energy for Taurus, October 2019, please. We have the Lovers. I feel like you've been trying to make a decision as well, okay? And also getting back to a more harmonious place in your relationships, in your work life maybe. This could be just anything, okay? But you have been trying to stay positive as well, alright? We get the Sun in reverse. Even though it is in reverse, it is still a positive aspect. It's an overarching positive energy, okay? This may just be that you may not be feeling super confident to make this decision or this choice. Alright. But you are coming into your own. You are beginning to pick the pieces, I'm hearing. Okay. So if this does have something to do with making a certain choice, I feel like you may have first of all worked way too hard at this, and I feel like your energy, your vitality may have been slightly affected by this. So don't burn yourself out, okay? And secondly, for me, the Ace of Cups is first about self-love and recovery and feeling whole and complete and replenished again, okay? So you're at a good spot again. I feel like you are beginning to come into union with yourself, with the two extremes within yourself, the yin and yang, the positive and the not so positive, you know, the aspects of you that maybe initially you found a little difficult to completely accept. So what I'm hearing more than anything else here is self-acceptance, okay? Actually loving you for who you really are. So that's a good spot to be in. And I think it takes a lot of awareness to be able to do that. So I feel like you have been working on that, on building awareness, okay? Alright. Now let's take a look at what is to come in the near future. The incoming energies for October 2019. Spirit. What's coming in for Taurus? October 2019. Okay, we have the Tower and the Four of Wands, which is a beautiful combination to have, okay? So you might think, looking at the Tower, that your foundation is going to be hampered in some way and things are going to drastically change, but they're both structures actually, okay? And this to me is the next step after the Three of Wands. So whatever you have been trying to accomplish, it is definitely going to happen. It's going to bring a sense of revival, a sense of stability, a reason to celebrate, a sense of lightness of being again, and feeling even celebrating with others for that matter. So if you feel like your foundation, your structure is being threatened in some way, or things that you have been holding on to for quite some time are clearing up now for you, then that's for a good reason, okay? Because Spirit is working with you. For me, this is the 1111 portal, which is to do with your passed on loved ones and whatever you believe in, okay? Whether it's spirit or your spirit guides or your ancestors, okay? Whatever it may be. But this is like an achievement with the help of the blessings of these your spirit team, basically, okay? So I feel like this is a great combination to have, because this is literally out with the old and in with the new, okay? You are beginning to build things from scratch, and even though you may feel that, oh, I still don't have a roof yet, you know, things are not as stable as I want them to be, know that you are planting your base, your foundation is still quite strong, and you can build from here, is what I'm hearing, okay? Something that was not really meant for your highest good is being cleared by Spirit, okay? This may come as something that is unexpected, out of the blue, from the left field, something that you're not really, it might seem a little unsettling at first, but know that Spirit is working with you on this new foundation, on this new structure, okay, that you will be able to build from scratch, all right? And I see that you have been working at it, you have been planting seeds for it, okay? It's just that you may not be seeing it come towards you in exactly the manner that you envisioned, all right? That is what I'm getting for you. Now, this looks great. So let me look at what are the challenges that you're going to face in October 2019, okay? After this, we'll look at the opportunities, but let's look at the challenges. What do you need to work through for this month? October 2019, Taurus, please. October 2019, Taurus, please. What do they need to work through? What is the challenge that they might face? Taurus, October 2019, challenges, please. What do they need to face? What do they need to keep in mind? Oops. Okay. Okay. So we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Justice in upright, the Star, and the King of Wands. So what I was feeling initially for you was that you may have worked yourself to death, okay? Some of you may have been working really, really hard and passionately towards a goal, something that you want to accomplish, something that you really desire in your life, okay? Which is great, but again, you need to achieve a sense of equilibrium, a sense of balance in your life, okay? Like I was saying initially with the oracle cards that gave us a theme for the month. So there needs to be a balance between perhaps two goals, or you may be spreading yourself thin when it comes to achieving your goals, okay? So try to cut yourself some slack, I'm hearing, and try to take each step in a more balanced fashion, okay? Weigh the pros and cons of doing something and as against doing something else, or doing something and not doing that, okay? So I feel like there's a need for you to look at things from a more broader perspective and see how they fit into your life, okay, especially when it comes to your achievements and goals, because you may not be giving yourself the time to really perhaps heal from a situation, or recover in some way, because you may actually have some sort of an event or an epiphany or something that happens, even if it is as small as an aha moment, something that just strikes you one day, and it helps you see what has not been working and what you need to change. Even if it's as small as that, you need to allow yourself the time to do that, okay, to heal and recover from any shock element that may actually take place, okay. And again, this also has to do with karma, so be really careful that whatever you do at the moment, or whatever you do in the month of October, it's going to have a long-lasting effect, and you will have to look at the consequences of every action you take, okay. On the plus side, this is going to work in your favor if you've done everything ethically and everything right, okay, as far as possible. Of course, there's always room for error, but you may have something to do with legalities as well, something to do with contracts, agreements, paperwork, documents, maybe the legal system, okay, and that may actually diminish your enthusiasm, your vitality for some time. So that is something that you need to be careful about. But at the end of the day, you will be able to replenish your energy and recover from it, as long as you take good care of yourself, okay? So what are the opportunities for you? So we have the Page of Pentacles. What are the opportunities coming towards them? We've already seen the challenges. The opportunities for Taurus for the month of October 2019, please. What are the opportunities for them? What's working for them? What are the opportunities for them? Okay. Alright. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Page of Wands, which came out like that, okay, and the Ten of Swords. So this is great energy actually. For me, the pages are all about new beginnings, in a way that you start something new. It's a new endeavor. It could be an idea. It could be some sort of inspiration that you get, okay, to embark on a new journey. And you may not be feeling completely up to it, okay, because I feel like you are stepping out of a cycle that has been quite painful for you. It may have been like a dark night of the soul, where you've been questioning a lot of things and going over your past hurts and traumas and everything in your head. A really mentally agonizing energy, okay? And you may have felt quite down and really low, okay, in terms of your energy especially, which is why I think the Sun came out in reverse. So I feel like you have a real opportunity here to move towards something that you're more suited to, okay? So this may be a new job, or the offer of a new relationship, or a business partnership, or you maybe even wanted to go back to school and start something new and start all over again, which is why the Tower may be here as well, okay? Because that is something that is life-changing. It shakes you up. It's shaking your very roots, your foundation, your sense of security, and taking a completely new journey towards something unexpectedly is going to be a shock, okay? But this is going to be a great opportunity for you, because it is going to create a more harmonious and beautiful relationship with either your work or just you coming back to yourself, okay? Feeling like you are yourself again, feeling whole again, okay? Again, we have a lot of twos here. We have the Two of Cups, the Lovers. There is a sense, and the Justice, and there is a sense of duality here. So you may have to make some difficult decisions or choices, okay, whether or not you want to move ahead with this offer or in this new direction. But what's gone is gone. What you can look forward to is like-mindedness, maybe a soulmate kind of a relationship, or a beautiful friendship that is going to be a source of support for you, okay, in this new journey that you're embarking on. So it looks great. Make use of this opportunity is what Spirit is telling you, okay? Take each step at a time, make plans, and don't get bogged down too much by everything at once, because you may be quite new at this, is what I'm getting, okay? Something that you're not really experienced with as of now. We'll take a look at what your what is the advice or outcome, okay, from Spirit. What is the advice from Spirit? Let's take a look at the most likely outcome and advice from Spirit, okay, for Taurus. Okay, so we're getting advice for you here. Lots of cards wanting to pop out. Okay, so Taurus, Spirit is really wanting to give you some advice here, okay? We have the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Devil, okay? For me, this is a really clear message that you have been carrying a lot of burdens that don't belong to you. And Spirit is asking you to first of all get rid of that, and you may be even telling yourself that you need to carry all of this. With this may be expectations from people who want you to behave a certain way, or want you to feel responsible for them or for a particular thing, okay? But you're not actually, okay? It's good to work hard and to feel responsible for maybe your family or your relationship or whatever. But I see that this may have been something that has actually held you back, okay? And it's also given you a lot of anxiety and created sort of a jail for you, okay? A virtual jail where you felt like you couldn't move, you couldn't step out of the situation, that like there was no solution to this. But Spirit is saying there is a solution, okay? And don't go by the book. Don't play all the rules that everybody has set up for you, okay? This may even be you releasing yourself from a toxic relationship or a commitment of some sort that was only holding you back, okay? This was hampering your growth, your ability to see clearly, and your ability to feel free and liberated and positive, okay? Optimistic. That is why your energy was completely down. And I feel like you may have even been trying to sneak out of this situation, okay, in the past. That is what I'm seeing here. But you really do have the opportunity here. As long as you take advantage of that opportunity, you will be able to release yourself from this toxic situation. I'm getting a very manipulative, dark sort of energy, and this is more to do with your external environment than you yourself, but you have felt like you couldn't step out of it because you had a lot of responsibilities, okay? And this is just not good. It doesn't look good at all, Taurus. So I feel like you may be initially quite frightened and afraid to step out of this energy or this situation, whatever it may be, whether it may be your work or a job or a toxic relationship or something that has made you play small, I'm hearing, okay? That has kept you caged in your own thoughts and self-doubt and insecurities, okay? But it's all been created, okay? You're not actually held back physically. You can move out, you can step out, and there is a creative solution out there for you. And I feel like Spirit is going to give you a chance with these opportunities to step out of this energy, okay? So that is your advice from Spirit. It's pretty clear that you have a lot to look forward to, okay? And I feel like Spirit, this is the Mars energy, okay, which is the god of war, which creates, it's sort of destructive, but it's also really creative, because once you create a blank slate for yourself, you have the space, the clean space to build something new, okay? Only once something that is quite toxic and not really meant for your highest good is scraped out can you or uprooted can you actually plant new seeds, okay, and grow a new foundation for yourself and celebrate and be happy, okay? There are people out there to help you and support you and cheer you on, but you need to take advantage of these opportunities that are presenting themselves, okay? And you do have opportunities, remember that. You have the opportunity to step out of this cycle. You have 2 tens in your reading, which is about closing of a chapter, a cycle, or a particular phase in your life, okay? And it's just time for you to leave that behind and not go back to that energy, okay? Take the lessons, take the only the lessons from it, but not the trauma, not the pain, not any of the fears associated with it, okay? So look forward to a new beginning, plant new seeds. You're going to feel like yourself again, feel whole, feel wholesome, and come back to a sense of purity and innocence, okay? And feel like you can actually achieve what it is you want, alright? So take good care of yourself and don't let your maybe work on your solar plexus chakra as well as your root chakra, because I feel like that is quite highlighted over here, okay? So it looks like a great month for you, October 2019 for Taurus. I hope you found some solace in this reading. I hope it was useful and helpful to you. Okay, remember to strike a balance between your earthy, grounded energy as well as your fiery, passionate, go-getter kind of energy, okay? You may actually have someone new coming into your life who may be an earth sign, or it could be just any sign. But for you to create space for that, you need to allow for whatever that is meant to leave your life to actually leave your life, okay? It is important for that. And know that you're not running out of time, okay? Rome was not built in a day, and a new structure, a new foundation will not be built in a day. So that was your reading. For the Taurus group for October 2019. I hope this was helpful, useful, and I'm wishing you all the very best for this month. And thanks for watching, and do take care. I'll see you in another video. God bless. Take care. Bye bye.